Hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome to another ES Futures trading stream. Today is Friday. It is the last day of May. It's May 31st. It is 9:28 and 50 seconds Eastern Time in the US. It is the end of the month. You know, weird things can happen during this day. We have a spike on the overnight. One of the weirdest spikes I have seen in a while. Notice where this spike has started. Here, the bond market. We have a spike also at the opening, coming from a short covering day. We don't have, so the overall volume in this spike is really low here. 64 is very low for a spike. We have nice volume here though. Nice volume over 300, coming from, I would call it halfback too, and the market is about to open. Very short term trading going on here. And the market is open. All right. The market has opened inside the spike, inside the overnight spike. This is really, when that happened, I am very careful. Yesterday the market did not close the spike. 72. Oh boy, this 72 is short-term resistance here. From yesterday, not from the overnight profile, but from yesterday. But it's not a coincidence that the overnight was sold. This spike just stopped right there. It seems like Nasdaq is trying to close the gap here. Nasdaq may aim to close this gap here. In the ES, we have we actually have a 50, not that far, 52.16. Where is the 52.16? Okay, this distribution close is also 50 SMA. As a technical reference for short-term traders. Now the first thing, now that we have this overnight, we have a very prominent overnight POC here. This kind of POCs have a tendency to attract markets back and forth. But the first thing here is the ability of the market to close these distributions here. The overnight distributions here. Now, what happens is, why I pay too much attention to this kind of things is it is all relative, okay? It is all relative, it depends on context, but the market is standing low, right? There's a breakout here, the market is out of balance. No, still balance guidelines apply. We have a breakout of this balance. We have come back inside this 2-day balance range. Coming from these two, right? And I forgot what I was talking about. I guess I was talking about these prominent POCs, right? That have the tendency to pull the market back and forth. We have a gap here that was not filled yesterday. The market tried to, after the market tried to close this gap and failed. That was sell. But now, what I was saying is today's the end of the month as well. There are lots of things that can go here. that can happen today. You know, there is a tendency. How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like how is this? You know, when short-term traders are buying calls, professionals or hedge funds or bigger time frame money is buying puts. But they are often doing the opposite thing. The opposite of buying calls is not selling calls. Okay. And what can happen here, right? What can happen here? What happened with the call sellers here, or the buyers, the ones who bought calls here, or the ones who sold puts down here? This will be, there. As long as the market stays above this area, they're going to be fine, right? And why I say that? Why that specific area? Because there's something. This is very clear here that something happened. They started here, right? This is not. It won't be crazy to think that somebody was selling puts down here, or maybe even down here, And as long as the market stays above this, they're going to be fine. But sweating as crazy, right? It's very risky. I will never solve options. There's a lot of winnings there, but your wins are small. The day you lose, you may win like 100 times, right? 200 times, 300 times. But the day you lose, okay, one day is all you need. And you will, whoever was doing that strategy, where I think is the one of the absurdest there is, we lost everything. Okay? We lose everything. Everything that they have, that you could possibly have made, and not just that, you can lose literally everything. Okay, officially this is a very, very questionable opening here. Inside, Nasdaq is opening inside. I mean, the Nasdaq low. Nasdaq is being bought from overnight hard back. There's no spike there. Which is negative. That's negative for Nasdaq. It's a bit questionable high here. This is a breakout failure. Breakout failure. Breakout failure. Balance. Try to get back inside, that fail again. Gap fill, fail. And now we are inside. We have an opening we have a market that has opened right dead at the center. When that happened, rotation and chop are expected. With one exception here. There's one exception. Depending on how convincing the market is, how convincing the reaction of the market is, either bring the buying or the selling side, and gets out of previous range in the first period, that changes many things. That can change many things. Everything I say is for educational purposes only, right? Remember that. Right? Take everything of what I say, everything I say with a grain of salt. Do your own research. Trading, because trading is not easy. Trading is one of the hardest. It is the hardest business I have ever been, or I have ever done. The the funny thing here in trading is that most of the time the the vast not the vast majority, most of this business is not about markets, right? You need to understand markets. You need to have an appreciation for the dynamics of the market. Um, but most of this job is is based in what kind of person you are. You know? The ability we have, the ability you have to change, to adapt. Most of this job is about yourself, and uh, that's why trading cannot be taught. You will find, one my mentor was Jim Dalton. Everything Jim says, or everything Jim teaches, you will find, okay, you will find in his in internet. You can find his teachings in YouTube. You know, hey, or you can visit his website as well. It's really nice. He has a lot of public information here. Oh, public awareness. Right? It's here. But trading cannot be taught. Right? You may say, okay, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to become a trader. Because the component, the part that is about yourself, is very unique to you, to each trader. He can teach you what to watch, right? Then that's what I do. I try to do here. I do this stream to keep my focus in the market. That was the original idea. Because I get easily distracted. I used to get easily distracted when I started trading. When I saw markets, without realizing, after 5-10 minutes, I just realized I was watching YouTube, watching a movie, playing something, not losing my focus. And the stream was something that helped me to do that, to regain my focus in the market. Another thing, that has been changing. Now, for example, after that, the next thing that helped me was to it helped with my anxiety, to control my anxiety, to not to overtrade or not to be anxious to trade. This day, for example, today can be a day that can give us some. I suspect that there's, I give some good odds that we may see some good opportunities today, because it's end of the month. PC is out, and there's some serious rebalancing that can happen here. But I don't know if that is going to be the case. I don't know if that's going to happen. And having the stream, helps me, to relieve that anxiety. Okay, something's going to happen. There is nothing something will happen. If something will happen, there's nothing that will tell me when it will happen, if it happens. And usually the days, trading days give us 2, maybe 3 opportunities a day. A lot of people, a lot of traders have the tendency to be very active, right? retail, the smallest traders, the higher the odds they're going to be very active during the opening. You know, there's a lot of volatility during the openings. It's very hard to trade any openings. Maybe when the market, days like yesterday, for example, right? The market's out of balance. You know, very unusual situation. Right? You have a market coming through the breakout, so this 2-day range, having this distribution, this range to monitor for continuation, having a breakout of the 10-day range, you know, that's a major breakout. That's highly unusual. There's some good odds we were going to have some opportunities early in the session here. But those are weird. Those are not often. That doesn't happen often. And the Steam has helped me to control that. You know, it's just one day I just realized, guys, man, I am not that anxious now. I was feeling relaxed and calm, right? You know? And that's the goal here. That's one of the things that we aim to achieve. You know, to be calm, relaxed, and peace, calm. The state of mind has to be very calm, you know. And the reason is because otherwise you won't be able to observe the markets. If you have any questions, please let me know. Oh, and now, why the market does this? We have an exponentially low here. Especially a weak low here. But that's not what I wanted to show. Now we have. Oh, by the way, volume is very low. Volume is in the lowest side. Okay, this is the bond market. This is a downside trend, right? This low has not been reached. This is no my bad. This is last year's low, is it? Yeah, this is last year's low. Range here, and more efficient market, right? You have trend, range, and then we never know here. Have a rally, or we have a break here. Oh, but what I was saying, here, this market, the bond market has tried to re-enter this range. It did, but now it's being rejected. What? Now, I'm going to, let me highlight it so you can see better here. This range is re-entered, and now it's being rejected. Doing this, it may target And notice that this highs here, or maybe this one fails before getting this one. This is the potential destination of this rally that's happening here. This removes some of the pressure from the market. Now, the indices, we have a 7, around 6 something percent pullback here. And we have a done this rally here. I will consider this is very mechanical trading, just buying from the 100 here. But there was some buying here, and here. I have that kind of buying tried to be replicated up here. I don't remember where. I think it's up here. But this is very different doing that kind of buying, down here, than up here. We were talking also how maybe this is starting to look like a Russell here. Is this a range? Because there's a break here, a rally that comes back to this side. Can now the market come back again to this? Who knows? And there was some very interesting here. It's in the Dow here. Now we have this range from the beginning of the year, and the market tried like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. It's checked, it tested, it tried to get to the opposite side, and it failed. After this fail here, inventory was very short, and this is a rally that removes the inventory. This is short covering happen, and sometimes the market gets too short and needs a rally to break forward. I am watching this market. Now we have a range here. What we may see here in this market in the ES, we have that one in Dow, and that's a tendency that the Russell has, right? That just range trading in Russell. I was wondering if that can happen here in the US, something like this. I still believe that, election year there's a lot. I believe there's interest, keeping this market high, one way or the other, all because it's the election year. Notice the Dow here, how yesterday was bought exactly from this high. Not exactly, but you got the idea, right? You got the idea here. Some buying is expected when market comes close to this kind of references. This is the weakest index, the Dow, from these three. The ES, I'm watching the 50, what happens in the 50. We still have 2 more weeks in this. How many weeks? Yeah, I would say 2 more weeks on this contract to go. And Nasdaq, can you see? Yesterday, when the market was coming up here, this is something I noticed yesterday too. When the market came up here, I noticed this. Check this out, right? Did you see this in Nasdaq? Inventory getting too long here. Very systematic buying here. I'm breaking out the range on ES. This was significant for Nasdaq. Alright? Okay. What else can I show here? Oh, look at this. This is a Dow, so look at this tail that this. This is a 4-month range the Dow has, but because there's no excess in the monthly, but the current buy has tremendous amount of excess on the upper side, and there's none on the lower side. This is rejection higher prices here. Alright, the market is back at zero. The base of the spike has almost been taken. Nasdaq has taken yesterday's low out, and that low is very weak now because we have three lows there. Three lows, 1, 2, 3, right there, all together. And you know, we were talking about how Nasdaq may be aiming to close this gap. It seems like that's their objective. Do you remember when we talk about them, about how this? Oh no, I didn't talk here. I guess I put that in Discord. Yeah, that's what I did in Discord. Is we got the nuance. We have a nuance here. The base of the spike. This is exactly halfback. Exactly halfback here. You know, most of this spike has been taken. All of this inventory, all of those longs that came to the market up on PC, and now I would say I've been deal with now. They may still be there. I haven't seen a spike. You know, spike is, I guess, in this case would be a really quick movement, right? Either to the upside or to the downside. I haven't seen that to the downside. This market is just grinding its way up, grinding its way back. It's a lot of chop here. Might be something in Nasdaq though. Nasdaq is out of balance. Oh boy, it's lower volume than yesterday. I can see here what just short-term trading going on. There's lots of short-term trading going on here. All right, market's opening inside previous range It's not advertising for shop, rotation. And the market is delivering. It's delivering shop, it's delivering rotation. Very quiet market now. No, for the end of the May or end of the month market, this is a very quiet market. This today can be very treacherous, man. Very treacherous market today. Patience is key here in this business. All right, the spike has been dealt with. You know, all the buying that came from this, from PCE has been dealt with. Now, what remains is the short inventory. Very prominent POC here. Let's see the market can get this monitoring for continuation has this level as next reference in the lower side. It's still an inside day. Nasdaq is out of balance. The Dow. Ooh, look at that, huh? Right, the center also. A little bit, yeah, I would say kind of center. Half back, yesterday, half back there. I'm sorry, I don't have anything anything to say here, anything to do here. And notice the shape on that B low. How volume decreases at low. It's not that bad though. 7,000 there, right there. It's not that bad. A had 11,000. You can see around halfback, daily halfback, we have 11,000. That's better, but it's not bad. What we have 7,000, and but there's no pressure here in any direction. I don't see any dominance here, any conviction happening in the movement. The Dow has a breakout to the upside, a failure, which targets the opposite side of the range, which is yesterday's low. Nasdaq is having a breakout of yesterday's range to the downside. That movement we were talking early today, that maybe, that market can be aiming to close the gap. The gap will be closed at 18,432, 18,432. That's the low of the gap. That's the gap close, and 18,447. Let's call it 18,450. 450, 18,450 to 18,430. That's the gap. To talk about round numbers. That seems to be the aim. Now that this market is out of balance, it's not a big gap, it's just a very small gap. It's not that significant gap. Alright guys, unless you have any questions, I guess I'm going to call it a day. I don't have anything here right now. I guess I don't know. This market may be rotational for a good part of the day. There are good odds that we're going to have rotational day. But when that happens, the aim is just 1, 2, maybe 3 points at a time, right? If you have something, be sure to tighten your stop, move to stop to break even as soon as the market allows it. Don't fall in love with any kind of position here. Don't give the market too much room here, because it's a rotational market. It's the end of the month as well. It's the end of the month. You can be easily, very quick, be underwater and well underwater. Don't let the market run too far from your position. It is end of the month. That's the most important thing for me today. End of the month, and weird things can happen today. Some wild. And when that happens, it just comes out of nowhere, man. So be careful out there. Okay. I wish you guys a good rest of the day. Stay safe. See you next week. Bye bye.